you think I'm here to play around with y'all, God damn it, I'm not.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another edition of the Ant Money Experience podcast, unlike no other. Thank y'all for joining me. Y'all know I really appreciate y'all coming back to join me every week the way y'all do, whether you're watching on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, first things first, make sure you get a membership to the Big Exclusive Network. You know, we got a lot of stuff coming up, a lot of exclusive content. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. That way you don't gotta be saying like, yo, I missed the show, I ain't get a chance to see it. Listen, subscribe, set a reminder. If you're on Facebook, make sure you like, share, and tag all your folks in. What up, Tay? Definitely appreciate you coming back every week. What up, Tiff? But first I'd like to send a rest in peace shout out to my guy Ralph. Grew up with him in the church. That was my run around the church and do bad stuff with friend. I don't mean bad stuff like getting into no real trouble. You know, just interrupting the service, running around doing kid stuff. But rest in peace, my guy. Prayers out to your family. Want to send a happy birthday shout out to my girl Des. Happy birthday, huzzy. Shout out to my girl Drew. Happy birthday, sis. Hope y'all tuned in to get y'all shout outs. If not, y'all can go straight to hell. But also, if you have a podcast idea, bring it over to the most dangerous network in the world, the Big Exclusive Network. We've taken over the game. A lot of great stuff going ahead this year. Glad to be on the network. Definitely a lot of love and support. But if you got a podcast idea, bring it over. We're going to vet you out, then put you in a position to win. What up, Quill? Also, if you are here, then you should be here on Monday nights to see Melanated Vibrations with Dom, Godwin, and Dusty Ass Darius, where they're going to give you a mental health aspect of different things that be going on in mainstream media or just some topics that she want to bring up herself. If you were not at Dom's event on Saturday, you missed a good time. It was a lot of open dialogue, some things that were discussed amongst each other, amongst problems that happen in the Black community between men and women. It was great talks about trauma and things that people, like some dark things that people went through that me personally, I don't know if I would have shared in a public medium, but the people discussed their issues as well as talked about the things that helped them get past those issues. I know that somebody in the building may have been going through some of the things that were discussed, and they definitely gave you some good ways to get past those particular issues. But Tuesday nights, we got the flagship podcast on the network, the Big Exclusive Podcast, with Big Exclusive, Angry OG, and Top Flight. You know, we missed the episode from you on Tuesday, but I know what that was, Big Exclusive. You can't fool me. You was getting them leftover yams. Couldn't get it all on your birthday, so you saved a little bit, wrapped it up in a little Tupperware, put it in the fridge until Tuesday. I know what you did. You can't fool me. But also, you're here. It's Thursday. You're tuned into the greatest podcast in the world. But with that being said, a message from our sponsors. Now, producer, if you could bring my guest co-host for the week up. Yo, what up, good brothers?
What's happening?
Shout out to Joe. Shout out to Ryan. We did an episode on Ryan's A Safe Space for Men on Saturday. Dope episode. I mean, definitely got to check it out. A lot of things were said, and we're gonna talk about some things because I felt like some of the conversations we had left unfinished. We're gonna unpack some stuff tonight. Pause. But
Look at face.
It's not a safe space.
Every time you do say some bullshit, every single time.
It's not a safe space.
Right.
But with that being said, let's jump into If It Bleeds, It Leads. So we got a lot of things to discuss. It's actually been a moderately quiet week as far as just things happening. But have y'all heard about the House of Representatives passing the first, putting a bill in place to ban TikTok?
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah.
How y'all feel about that?
As a content creator, I don't feel that. I know they're trying to say it's because of security reasons and what they're going through with China and things of that nature, but it doesn't give you another platform outside of Instagram and Facebook as a content creator. So it kind of staggers you because TikTok literally, like, the engagement on there is crazy. So you can literally really put stuff on there and people comment and stuff like that. Like, their engagement is really good. So if they take that away, it's really going to kill a lot of content creators for real.
First world problems. It's like, but no, honestly, I mean, we could talk offline, but if they sell your company off to American networks so we can continue it going and you can get your money on the back end, but y'all can't continue to operate as it is currently.
Yeah, I think once I saw that TikTok had access to like your bank stuff like through your phone, I ain't fuck with that ever since. Like to me that was super suspect when I read up on that. So
yeah,
I think I found that out like on a Joe Rogan podcast, and I was
right.
like, yeah, this joint off my joint. And the algorithm is different in the States than it is over there. In China, it's all educational stuff, all motivational stuff. Over here, it's twerking, it's things. And I feel like in the long term, I think it's some like other shit going on where they trying to get us like all focused. Because China is very close to being the next world power.
I would argue that they already are one.
Okay.
I definitely think. I think if you look at the things that would constitute a country being a world power, I think they are one. And if they say otherwise, they're a Fejan liar. But let's jump into the first video, producer.
You want your kid to get pregnant by somebody who's 17 years older than them? Well, that's exactly what 39-year-old Drea Michelle just did with a 22-year-old NBA athlete, Jalen Green. And she just announced that she's been pregnant by a boy who's the same exact age as her 22-year-old son. Meaning, she just had a kid with a dude that's the same age as her kid. And in my opinion, I think she's just using this boy for his NBA money and looking at him as a walking paycheck. So ladies and gentlemen, if you got a kid that's an athlete or who has a talent, you gotta warn them against predatory women who's looking at your kids for a bag.
So, because it seems like Jay King still has some smoke for me after we talked about it the first time, where he said he still doesn't believe that Dre is doing anything wrong. I think
I ain't say that.
That's not what he said. That's not what he said.
I ain't say that. Now, this crazy, right? Y'all, when we talked about it on Ryan John, I didn't know all the information that I knew. So
what did you need to know?
I didn't know that she had a child at 17 by a dude that was incarcerated. Why? I didn't know that. I thought the two kids that she had was with Orlando Scandrick. I didn't know that. And I didn't know she had a 22-year-old son. I said, oh, shit. I'm like, that's crazy.
Oh, so when they was talking about the son age, you kind of missed that point.
Yeah, so I thought it was all the kids that she had was with Orlando Scandrick. She only got an 8-year-old with him, so I didn't know that. So, but the thing y'all was trying to say was manipulative. I think we was using the wrong word. It's fucking predatory, bro.
Oh, yeah.
I was watching shit.
I said predatory. You wasn't feeling it.
I thought y'all just kept saying manipulation because I was saying I'm not going to take the accountability away from Jalen, but it's definitely predatory on Shorty because think about it from our standpoint. When we was in our 20s and we was trying to holler at chicks that was older, right? What's the first thing they would say if they had kids? Oh, you old enough, right? So it's just weird as shit that you want to fuck with a dude that's 22 years old and you got a son the same way, and you know you only fucking with him for the money. So that's
what? Actually, I think that makes this kind of, I don't know if there's a word I can use worse than predatory, but I think that's even worse that you had a child under these particular parameters, and you would, at a certain point, you should come to a place where you knew like, yo, that was wrong with that person, and then to do it to somebody else's, that's disgusting.
And bad, like, and at 39 years old, you choosing to be another single mother again, like with a person that's half your age with a son that same age is nasty work.
He got her name tatted. He married her. He ready to make her an honest woman.
Who got name tatted?
I was on the gram earlier, and he was taking a picture, and it was like happy birthday with his youngest sister, and you can see Drea right there on the bottom of his text. Now,
nasty work. Nasty fucking work.
Now, the only thing about that is the way the internet is set up these days. It could be AI.
Hopefully it is, but that's just crazy. That's crazy.
Hold on, bring up Tiff's comment. The one before that. You already know women mature faster than guys do. He was not fully prepared to handle the consequences from what he just signed up for. Yeah, for sure. I mean, he was definitely thinking with his other head. I mean, who don't at that young age? And then, I mean, I think I read he was getting like $10 million a year at this point in his career, and he's due for a bigger contract the next go around. So, I mean, when you have access to stuff like that, and I'm going to assume he grew up kind of humble, whether that means poor or middle class. I'm going to assume he didn't grow up rich. So to have access to stuff like that, I could see it, but I mean, Marcus Houston did it. No, Marcus Houston was disgusting. I think the difference between Marcus Houston and Dre is Marcus Houston watched that little girl grow up. That's disgusting.
And it's like reports saying that like he was kind of like messing with her when she was like 17. Like he was already testing the waters. Like that's disgusting.
Yeah, that. And then he was like, we got together and we had so much in common. I was like, nigga, what? I was at a pool party this summer, and I knew I fucked up when I walked in and a birthday girl, like the balloons said 25. I was like, I'm in the wrong fucking place. And it was like watching little kids, like y'all talking, y'all twerking and doing all this stuff now. Y'all are of age. Nobody would look at me crazy if I begged somebody in that party, but I was like, y'all like fucking babies. Y'all can't relate. I can't relate to y'all.
And at that age, you could like, unfortunately, like when the younger they are, you can control the shit out of them with like things like sex and like what you do for them. Like at that age, you're not really looking at your partner for like, oh, like what are you gonna be like when you're 60 or you got a 401k? You're not thinking about that shit. Like the important shit. I
didn't understand what a 401k was at 25.
Right, exactly.
I remember I joined the Army and they was talking about the Army has like their version of it. And I was like, so what I hear is y'all taking money now from me to give me the money back later, and y'all gonna match it. Yeah, fuck out of here. I'm going to opt out of that. They will always, when they would look at my paperwork, hey, I see that you haven't signed up for the 401k, and I'm not. Continue on.
Yo.
But producer, play the next video, please. Yo, when I tell you I saw this video and I laughed so fucking hard. So I'm not really familiar. I'm slightly familiar with the guy's content. He's another Facebook comedian. So this is the second time in like a matter of a month I've seen this happen. where some company reached out, was like, hey, you got a big platform. I would give you my services for free. So this service was veneers. And I'll give you the service for free and you just promote my business. So you let this man you never heard about work on your teeth for free. Like, I got so many questions. Like, did you see what his prior cases were? I mean, prior services where you like, oh shit, he did a really great job, because it looked like all them teeth are just merged together. And the procedure that they gotta do for veneers is insane. First of all, I can't wait to, because what I found out about veneers is this is something that you have to have more services done on them further on down the line. When these people that use that PPA money to get their teeth done, gotta get them redone, it's gonna be sad out here.
Oh, that's crazy.
It's gonna be a lot of dentures at a young age. And wait.
Nasty work. That's crazy.
I mean, this is just, well, it should not have been funny, but I find humor in everything. This is just as crazy as what happened with Meatball. And her mom getting a free BBL, which a free BBL is fucking insane.
What?
But, oh, you didn't hear?
No.
Her mom got a free BBL and they didn't do a proper consultation. So apparently her mother's, her BMI was too high for her to really even be considered for it. And she had complications as a result of the procedure. And Meatball was all online, like crying and stuff like that. Don't worry, if you tell a joke and I feel like you get your joke off, I'll send you the meme that I made from that video. But yeah, she was crying, and I'm just like, a free BBL, no consultation, red flag automatically.
Yeah.
You just come one day to the office and I got you? Nigga, no. I need you to look at my charts and everything. Yeah, it's some sad times out here. But I saw a follow-up video that the young man made, and he was like, you know, I'm starting to deal with the fact that this happened to me, and I'm not over it. I laughed even harder than I laughed the first time, because I happened to see the videos like a half an hour apart. But yeah, shout out to homie, and I hope that your teeth
oh shit.
They just overlooked it and told her she was going. Damn, that sounds like you better call Top Law. Top Dog Law.
I seen that before. It was a lady in like Ohio. She went to like Florida, and it was the same thing. She went to like another doctor. The one doctor told her her blood pressure was too high because she was in like her like 50s trying to get a BBL. She went to another doctor. The doctor did it, and then she died. So yeah.
Why are you 50 getting a BBL?
You know what?
Brother.
You know what? Nah, because I seen it before. It was this one lady. Me and her dated for like a real short time, but her husband had died. And damn, this sounds kind of nasty thinking about it, but some of the insurance money she took and got a mommy makeover and was back outside. I ain't gonna lie to you. That ass was looking crazy. It felt soft too.
A 50-year-old?
She was 49. I want to say she was like 48 when she got it.
Damn. That's crazy.
You said what?
I said, damn, Aunt.
What?
You out here with somebody nana.
I mean, all right.
So, Aunt like cougars.
Wait, did I say 50?
You supposed to say that. Aunt like cougars.
I meant 49. She was 49 when we dated, but small sidebar. We was sitting there, you know, we went out on a date. We went back to the crib. Nothing happened, you know, did a little kissing, watching a movie or whatever. So later on, I was like, yo, I was actually surprised that, like I went to your crib on the first night, being fake humble. So she was like, no, it's cool, because my sons was there. They would have just beat you up if it got out of line. First of all, I saw her sons. Miss, I would have punished your sons. It wouldn't have been shit they can do if it went down. But I only said that part of the story because she said one day she called me and she was like, my son is so dumb and not ready for like, mind you, her son was like 27. So I was like, what happened? She was like, he called me and asked where his passport was. I was like, okay. She was like, yeah. I'm like, well, I thought you said he was going to Miami. She was like, he is. I was like, oh, so where's he leaving from after Miami? She was like, no, he's going to Miami. So you telling me that your 27-year-old son thought he needed a passport to go to Miami?
Miami?
Jesus.
I'm done.
And you thought that dumbass son was going to...
Yeah.
But since we on a topic of dumbass things, I am intrigued with this DJ Act versus Meek situation more than I've been intrigued in the past. Apparently, Act board a guy, I forget his name. It's something Pop Side.
Pound Side Pop, the rapper boy.
Pound Side Pop.
Yeah.
Brought him on the show, had an interview with him, and he also did another interview with Quilly. Do you think it's nasty work for I mean, it's long documented the hatred that Act got against Meek. But do you think it was nasty work for them to agree to go up there and do the interviews?
Go
ahead.
Yeah, like, so I didn't see interviews, but I think at this point, like certain people, like if I had a beef with Meek, I'm not even that type of person to do it, but nobody know who I am. So like that's gonna give me a lot of notoriety, you know what I'm saying, to go on somebody's show. I think that's really what the angle be. Like
right.
Meek name alone carry a lot of weight, even though he do dumbass shit. Like he was riding around in the city yesterday looking for his ops. Like that's a different story.
Wait, time out. Before you go any further, I was looking and I'm gonna tell y'all, this is not an ad, but if you are ever in a place where you just kind of bored one day and you need some humor, Twitter, well, X, formerly known as Twitter, is always a great place to find some hidden.
Shit.
Also,
yeah.
join Reddit, and they have a Philly wiki page. The page is hilarious as shit because that's where I saw Meek talking about he riding around looking for ops. Somebody was like, "Nigga, you riding around with your check engine light on?" I laughed so fucking hard because you could only see the light when he slightly turned, but it was there for like a flash. The internet be on it.
Yeah.
But I ain't mean to cut you off.
No, yeah, I think they doing it for notoriety. Like, cool. I mean, I barely know who the only reason I know who that is. That's the guy that be online like crying, and they said he had like a drug problem, all kinds of weird shit.
Right.
But I just feel like they're just doing it for attention. They want attention. They probably got a check out of it. You know what I mean? And that's really what it is. You know what I'm saying? But Meek dumb too. Like that literally like you on like the coalition to get people out of jail and
right.
Like you doing all this positive stuff and then you turn around and do dumb shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you can't be around
with stuff like that.
And you around billionaires. You
got
billionaires, white billionaires that fuck with you heavy. Robert Kraft, the owner of the Eagles, the boy that used to run the Fanatics, the boy that used to own the Sixers.
Yeah.
Like you got high profile dude, Kevin Hart, like a lot of people that are around you that can like that have changed your life, got you out of jail, and you doing dumb shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
It was a person that used to be around with Snoop all the time, and I think his name was it was his Uncle Charlie or something like that, and it was one of his real uncles. I think Meek needs somebody in his life like that could be with him all the time, don't got shit else to do, have him on payroll, and when Meek go to do dumb shit like this, he like, nephew, what's the best case outcome from doing that? He definitely would benefit from having one of them people in his life. Now, big exclusive, I see your comment where you say, and for Pop, no, for Quilly, yes. It's long documented that him and Quilly don't like each other. So I don't know that I really feel like Quilly is like clout chasing. I really feel like Quilly is like, oh, you don't like him, I don't like him. What up?
Yeah.
I don't really have an issue with Quilly doing it because it's well documented. cloud chasing, yeah, anything can really be considered cloud chasing, but I mean, it's not like he's doing it to be like, oh yeah, I need to let the world know that I don't like meat. It's very clear that he doesn't like meat. Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna say it might have been we in 2024. Damn, I'm gonna say it's been very known that he hasn't liked meat since what? Maybe 07?
Right, yeah.
In a minute, yeah.
I mean, damn, we looking at almost a 20-year beef.
Oh shit, I didn't even think about that. That's crazy.
God,
and I'm enjoying it. I would appreciate if y'all keep the beef going. But producer, can you play the next video, please?
In Philly.
So, gentlemen, question. We all born and raised in Philly. What is the worst place to drive in Philly?
West.
You watching Filthy Horror Mom?
You talking about streets or highways? Like,
yeah.
Let's go both. Street-wise, what would you say is the worst to drive in Philly?
Damn, street-wise. It might be my neighborhood because so many people be fucking double parked.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good. But with that reasoning, I'm gonna say South Philly. South Philly has the most disrespectful double parking people ever, and I don't be wanting to beep the horn because I don't know who I'm beeping at.
South Philly be having no parking. That's why, but it do be the worst when it come to parking, though.
If you talking highways, I was gonna say, and it's only when people on it that don't know how to drive is Lincoln Drive. Like I know how to drive on Lincoln Drive, but people that don't know how to drive on Lincoln Drive, and you see them hugging the middle, like the middle line, like they in both lanes, I just stay back.
Lincoln Drive kind of gives me anxiety. I can see, like I'm always scared. Like I just know this gonna be the time I'm gonna hit the Guardian on the side. I know I'm gonna hit that joint. I ain't even. If it happens, me and you, Carl, we had a good run.
I'll be doing like 80.
But no, I definitely say hands down, Lincoln Drive is the worst place to drive. Traffic wise, I absolutely fucking hate 76. 76 is the.
Yeah.
I was so glad when my parents moved up the Northeast and I could just take 95 to go everywhere I needed to go. Because 95, you might catch traffic, but the roads is bad on 95. What up, Auntie? The roads is bad on 95. On 76. People don't know how to drive on 76. There's always an accident.
Fucking city ass.
Without an accident, you made it today. That's just as important as waking up in the morning. But I'm gonna send a fuck you out the Southwest. That pothole somewhere around I believe it was like it might have been Island Ave, but that one pothole that slashed both my tires. Fuck you, good sir.
City Ave too.
That's crazy.
It was one tire. I hit the pothole and it had like sharp edges on it. Got my one tire, then caught the second tire too. When I went to the shop to get it done on Monday, the guy was like, your second tire, it ain't flat, but it's still fucked. You still need to get it changed. I was like, yeah.
That's crazy.
I should get that changed. I appreciate that. I just think that the city of Philadelphia is wasting your tax dollars by not getting these streets fixed, but y'all raising the taxes, which is insane.
Man, they need to fix exits 30 on 95. That's when the oil tanker had hit it like a year ago. That joint still ain't fixed.
Yo. Because you said this in a group chat, and I meant to tell you, stop being fucking bougie. Don't nobody know what exit 30 is. Just say what the name of the street. The Gerard exit.
Ain't no street. It's exit 30. That's what they do. Exit 30. They don't know nothing else. Yeah, that's it.
Exit 30.
I hate when people try to prove how smart they are. Yeah, exit 27. I was having a conversation with somebody, and I was like, "And what does that lead to?" want to prove that you some kind of fucking GPS.
Shit.
Oh, everybody in the comments just know what exit 30 is.
Yeah, comments.
I mean, yeah.
They know the Northeast.
It was a fly. You know what? I had my window open because it was kind of hot. I was fighting the urge earlier. But no, I turned that AC on. And shout out to the fly that made his guest appearance on my podcast just now. But yeah. Fuck you, Southwest, for that. You know I love Southwest, but I just had to get that off my chest. Producer, can you bring the next picture up, please? Which NBA player would you choose to have an injury-free career? Now, Joe, you don't watch sports, so I'm gonna go to Ron first.
Damn.
Yo, the joke, it will never stop being funny. I tell the joke because Joe stopped watching football that one year they was protesting. So when the Eagles won a Super Bowl, I was like, why you hype?
He was
You
mad.
don't even watch sports.
The first thing I called when the Patriots lost.
You know, activity like that get you dropped. But no, Ryan, who would you say? Big Exclusive Brand was a good example.
That was gonna be my answer. Thanks a lot, Big Exclusive. That was gonna be my answer. Because I think Grant was gonna be better than Mike. Grant was the shit.
Grant was definitely good. I'm always kind of weary when people got the assumptions on who could have been better than Mike because I don't know.
He used to kick Mike ass too. He used to get Mike trouble.
You said what?
He used to get Mike trouble. Like legitimate.
I mean, I could definitely see him giving Mike trouble, but I don't know if I could see better than Mike because I don't think he was put in positions to be in places where he had like a better foundation than what Mike had. So
if he go to Orlando healthy, and something else, if Doc Rivers don't do that shit where he say people wives can't fly on the plane, them niggas win like probably 3 out of 5. Like legit.
Yo, I think that's crazy as hell because wouldn't you want somebody's wife to be on the road with them? They would be less apt to get in trouble if their wife.
Exactly.
I think if you got players, they out of town, their wife can't come, they can set up any kind of thing, but their wife be there, they're gonna be on their best behavior.
Doc Rivers, man. Doc fucking Rivers.
Fuck you, Doc Rivers. I just want to say that you've never been, I mean, even as a Sixers fan, you've never been anything that I felt like I could root for. But you only watch football, Auntie? Expand your horizon because
his hairline is terrible. He got to fade the other way.
What'd you say?
I said his hairline is terrible. He got to fade the other way. Like from inside out.
I got a couple people that I would say I wish they had an injury-free career. For one, my first play, definitely. He said it right in the comments. The first person I would say is Penny Hardaway. Penny Hardaway, like growing up, Jordan was the first player that I liked because he was so good of a player and so dominant when I first started watching basketball. But Penny Hardaway, like you couldn't tell. I wanted to be Penny. Like everybody wanted to be Mike, but I definitely wanted to play like Penny. He had like a weird crossover that just seemed to work. And I mean, he could shoot from the outside. He could penetrate the paint. I just wanted to say that. I think penetrate the paint is the funniest basketball term ever.
Welcome to 2024.
What's wrong with you, man?
Welcome to 2024.
Yo,
Penny had the best commercials too.
Definitely had the best commercials. I think for a long time, his sneakers were the only sneakers that were really competing with Jordans.
Oh yeah.
I mean, even when you look at the way retros come out, I think
Pennies was crazy.
Wait a minute. Auntie, bring up Auntie Sugar's comment. Auntie Sugar, I'm going to give you space and give you a little bit of grace because of the fact that you show so much love up here. But Auntie, Allen Iverson playing injured don't got nothing to do with this conversation.
He in the Hall of Fame.
But Let me see. I think D Rose would have been another player I wish didn't have a
That's what I was going to say. D Rose and T Mac.
No, you wasn't. Oh, all right. You redeemed yourself. All right. I get T-Mac definitely. Also, I don't think I did.
Brandon Roy.
What'd you say?
Ooh,
Brandon Roy.
Brandon Roy would have been another good one.
He was fired.
But I just looked back at Auntie comment again. I definitely just wanted to say penetrate the bank for no reason.
Yo, we wild.
One day I'm gonna grow up, just not right now. But y'all know how. Oh wait, before we leave sports, Eagles fans, how did y'all feel about that Saquon Barkley pickup? Big exclusive. Feel free to chime in.
I like it, but I feel like it was more important things they need to take care of. If they take care of the linebackers and the safeties, no gripe. But it's not that Saquon not worth that money, but I think you could have cut Swift. It's not like they're changing the offense, honestly, but you could have cut Swift for less money, and then when they spent money when they got some really good linebackers and another safety. But then if they get linebackers and the safety, they fill those holes, they fill them holes, I'm cool. And then with Saquon, they're gonna change the offense and maybe run the ball. But if they get Saquon and next year we screaming that they not running the ball enough, it's gonna be a motherfucking problem. Oh my God.
So you looking?
Oh my God, big exclusive.
So you looking for the Eagles GM to penetrate the holes that are open?
Hey yo, I gotta hit you with the mace. Hey yo, hey yo.
Sir.
I gotta stop.
Sir.
I'm with Ryan. I would have kept Swift, but Saquon Barkley for the money, he too injury prone. That's the only. I like. I'm a Penn State boy, so I fucks with Saquon Barkley, but he too injury prone. So that's the only.
Before we go too far, fuck Penn State. But they said it was the first time.
He made this Temple lose to us every year. But go ahead.
Yikes. But no, one thing that they said was this is the first time in his career that he played for a team that didn't solely depend on him. So I think that may save him from being injured the way he normally would, because you're not running him consistently. You're not running him consistently like a workhorse. You can't double team everybody on that offense as it is right now. Smith is going to be open at one point. Brown is going to be open. And then you got Saquon that can penetrate the middle.
All right, next topic. Yes, Ron, walk away. I can't right now. Walk away. Next
What's
topic.
wrong with this guy?
Hey, yo.
Out of control, sir.
All right, I'm done.
Nah, Charles. Chill on the PSU slander. Yeah, know that.
But no, I definitely thought that was a good pickup for the Eagles. I think that New York really never had a good O-line. So, he was never really protected.
Too.
That is, yeah.
So, I think
getting killed up there.
I think that him being able to run and have protection on the offensive side, and he can still catch and run too. So, I think I like the move for the Eagles. I hate the Eagles, but I think a little bit more than I hate the Eagles, I hate the Giants. You already know, if you watch, why I hate them.
Damn.
I ain't trying you.
Oh, that's what it is. He a Giants fan. Okay, now I get it.
Yo.
A Giants fan?
I was talking, and as I was talking, I was like, damn, where my picture? Oh. Listen, I respect that, but Big exclusive, you know why I hate the Giants. There's no mystery there. But
they beat the Patriots twice in the Super Bowl. That's what it is.
You done?
I'm only getting started, baby.
He definitely hate Eli Manning. He definitely hate him.
Oh, Eli. You know what? I hate the fact that I've learned to like Eli, because I'm the type of person where when Monday Night Football comes on, I don't watch the regular streaming of Monday Night Football. I watch the Manning cast. The Manning cast is so much more entertaining from a fan point of view, because they have guests come up, they sit there, they talk about the game. They had the guests make predictions on what the next play going to be. They still commentating. It's way more entertaining. I do not watch Monday night. I forgot that Monday Night Football comes on ESPN. I just go straight to ESPN too. But y'all know how I like this. Yo, I swear, me and this fucking fly gonna rumble. Homie is drooling. But y'all know how I like to end. If it bleeds, it leads. Producer, jump into my funny video for the week.
Listen, I'm pregnant now.
Mary!
Joseph, calm down. Joseph, calm down. It's complicated.
Hey, girl, you tell me say you're a virgin.
Yes, because I am a virgin.
I look at Dr. Mechanic, me see her flirt with the other day.
What? Joseph, no. Ew.
Who do it, Mary? Who breed you?
I gotta breed me.
God, hey, girl, you want me licking in your... Me look like idiot to you. You can't manage my penis. Oh, you gonna manage a God penis.
Hello, look at furniture, man. Don't start with me.
Forward, we're going to clinic.
Hello, for what?
We're going to abort that.
We're not aborting Jesus.
What?
Listen, out of my fault, God choose my good up.
Yo, I saw this video probably about a year ago. It was like the first thing I saw when I woke up in the morning. I laughed at this video so fucking bad. Yo, the Jamaican accent to narrate that story was hilarious.
Yes.
But
the way they say the word.
Mary, abort them.
Abort.
I'm not gonna abort Jesus. He said they got a name.
Who breed you?
Yo, I absolutely love that video. And it might have been Auntie who bred them. It might have been Auntie.
I'm trying to get into heaven, man.
It was either Auntie Sugar or Tip that sent me that video. And I was like, yo, I really love this video. The video is funny. You know what? Matter of fact, I'm going to play that video for my funny video of the week. But with that being said, I hope y'all ready for this lounge talk. I got a good one for y'all tonight. God damn. Yo.
That fly trying to do a cameo. That shit came right in
You got to kill that fly.
I'm about
Your
to
cat don't kill flies?
What you say?
Your cat don't kill flies?
My cat is very vicious. And I don't want to mess with her right now because she get real annoying. And she going damn near be up here trying to co-host with me. So I'm gonna leave her where she at.
You know, your nerves.
But
don't nothing make it out my house alive.
What'd you say?
Don't nothing make it out my house alive. My cat.
It's funny because your cat look like what I would imagine the live action Garfield to be. Every time I see your cat just be asleep. I see him get up, go eat something, and go back to sleep. The first podcast we did when you said you had let him back in the house.
He chilling.
Yo, the first podcast that I had went to your crib and we did, and you first let him back in the house. You know, he was a little interactive. He was all over the place. Then he was just like, every time after, he was just Garfield. He might get up and look like, I feel like he'd like, oh, that's Ant. All right.
He know you, but the only time he get up is a female. When a female come in the house, he be on him. Like, he meow, meow. You know, he be all in their face and stuff. Other than that, but like when males come over here, he just be chilling.
Yo, that actually makes a lot of sense. But with that being said, let's jump into the Leon's talk for the night. So the first video, I just want to play this video and just want to get kind of your reaction. It don't really have anything to do with the topic at hand tonight. I just found it to be very interesting. Producer, can you drop that video, please?
No shade, no tea, but y'all, tell me why somebody invited me on a date, right? So I done did my makeup, put my outfit on. They said we going to a basketball game. Let me show y'all where the fuck they got me sitting there. I done left their ass. I'm sitting in a whole nother seat because I don't even give a fuck. Like, why would you even play with me like that? Y'all, do y'all see how high I am? Okay. And they keep texting my phone talking about where you at, where you at. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. I'm finna find me another date.
So I know I kind of edited that video before I sent it out, the big exclusive, but basically the young lady, you know, Auntie, I'm not a wine snob, so you know, I got a little Cabernet tonight. I drink whatever kind of wine, to be honest. Sometimes I even feel like a crackhead and drink a little Telesport. But so with that video, I thought it was interesting because I think we've all been at a place where we went on a date and you might not have necessarily been happy with the date. Date might not have been going the way you thought it was going to go. No, Auntie, no coffee mug tonight. Just where you think you know me. But the young lady in this video said she went to a basketball game and she was like, I'm all the way up here. Like, I'm not the type of chick that deserves to be all the way up in the nosebleed. So she walked off. I don't know if she told him she was going to the bathroom or what, but she walked off and basically found her way into, if I had to guess, like a club box with somebody else. Didn't even tell the young man that she left. He's trying to figure out where she went, and that's how she basically ended the date. So, first, Ryan, have you ever been on a date that you wanted to leave?
First of all, fuck that bitch. Secondly, I only been on one date. I don't even think I had one bad date. I think I might have told you about it. That was a joint where I was with this girl and I wasn't really a date. We went out with her family. We went to Benny the Bums. Her sister was pregnant, so they was having like a little pregnancy celebration, black people thing there. And I don't know what happened because I was going to enjoy my chicken parm, and I looked up and the girl I was with, she launched her drink at the waitress.
Oh shit!
And that was it. Like I actually didn't get a chance to taste chicken parm in my life until like 2 years ago. This was like 10 years ago. So she deprived me of chicken parm, and then after that, we ended up going to Applebee's. But yeah, like a whole like fight and everything broke out. We in the wrong neighborhood. This is like 2011, 12-ish.
Oh,
you know, it's a Friday night. If we go to jail, we not coming home to Monday.
Yeah.
It's a lot of things at risk. But yeah, that's probably like my worst experience. Other than that, I never had like bad dates. And you know, I've been on dates with people, and it didn't work out. But I always had fun because whatever I always find fun shit to do.
Okay, what about you, Joe?
It was like years ago. I went on a date to go see the Jason movie. This was a while ago, like Halloween movie. And to be honest, the girl really wanted to go, and it was like a double date type situation, and it ended up being somebody I went to college with that it was the other double date or whatever. So we was there, and she started throwing a temper tantrum inside the movie theater, like literally like acting up. But I feel like she was doing that in front of her friend. But that was like the worst job for real.
Damn,
you sure it wasn't, Joe? You sure it wasn't that double date where my cousin was coming here for you, and my cousin brought somebody here for me?
I don't remember that, but that was.
It was funny. It was me and Joe had went on a double date with my cousin and one of her friends, so we was basically swapping friends, and it was just a wild date. At some point, my cousin was like, so what do you do for a living? So he tells her, she was like, all right, so when the last time you had sex? I was like, damn.
Oh, that's when we was at Applebee's that time?
Yeah. I said,
oh, my God.
She got straight to the point.
Yeah, she
straight to the point.
Yeah.
But I think the worst date I went on was a chick that I met at Joe's graduation party. And I think he lined me up with that one. Honestly, when I look back on it, I think he lined me. Because I think he knew how the date was going to go and just didn't say shit. I mean, I took the bait because she was gorgeous. She was Irish and Jamaican, which was a crazy combination.
Nice.
But
nice.
Crazy as all hell. And I had the worst date, but I had already obligated myself to go to her birthday party. And that turned out even fucking worse. Joe, I think you gotta have a talk about that because I'm really looking back at it. Think you lied me.
But I ain't lying, you nigga. I told you that Shorty just talked too goddamn much. You were just like, I don't care, she bad. I told you, she could talk your ear off.
Not the way you fucking said it. But with your date, Joe, at any given point,
Auntie Sugar said your cousin was down to fuck.
No, actually, that cousin So she asked Joe, and Joe said the amount of time that he had last had sex, and she was like, "Oh, that's respectable." So he was like, "I said, Joe, you're not gonna ask her back. She done came out the gate and asked you." He was like, "Yeah, what about you?" She had said 8 years.
I don't remember all that.
Yeah, I'm out.
That's
I'm
crazy.
out.
You remember all of that shit? I don't remember that shit.
She said that me and a friend that was on a date was just like, well, damn. She was like, yeah, the last time I had sex was probably college. He broke my heart, and I just haven't ever since. And I was just like,
I'm out.
Wow.
But
I'm out. Sonic feast. I'm gone.
Facts. But Joe, at any given point when that date was going bad, did you feel the need to like want to just get up and walk away?
Fuck yeah. I should have walked. Yo, even my man that was there from school, he was like, yo, if that was me, bro, I would have just walked out. I was like, yeah, I definitely.
So do you ever see yourself like, what would be something that would be bad enough that you would just be like, nah, I'm not fucking doing this?
It's just
I'm gonna gather that. What'd you say?
If they just real ignorant, like real like obnoxious, ignorant type shit, I ain't got the tolerance for that. As I did.
Damn, I almost had homie.
What'd you say?
I almost had him. But yeah, I could see that. What about you, Ron? Do you think there's ever a situation? Also, audience, chime in. Is there ever a situation on a date that you feel as though you would get up and leave?
Yeah, this age, somebody just being rude to like the waiter, just being ignorant, don't know how to talk, or even at the table. Like I don't like if you're eating, etiquette ain't where it need to be at. Like you're not about to be at the table eating with your hands and doing all kinds of. Yeah, I'm out. Shit, I'm out. Like I ain't no. I ain't gonna lie. I did like cause I no. What's wrong with you?
Dog.
Why did the K dot check?
No, seriously.
Dog, I had somebody blow their
Why you eating steak with your hands? Get the knife and fork. What's wrong with you?
Dog, I had somebody blow their nose at the table. And looked at me as if I was saying something crazy when I was like, you good? She was like, what was I supposed to do? Maybe go to the bathroom?
That's not as bad as people.
That's not that bad. I mean, because sometimes it be ready to come out. Pause. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
no, y'all wilding. That's disgusting. Excuse yourself and do that shit in the bathroom. Nah, it's a difference in like your nose running. Let's say you eating like some hot wings and you like, oh shit, dab yourself up. Now I'm talking like a full on.
Oh, it was.
Yeah, that's too much. I thought you were
something
like to the side or something like.
So looking at the video itself, do you think she was justified in walking out?
No.
She like I'm a bad bitch. What am I doing sitting in the nosebleeds?
First of all, she wasn't a bad bitch. She was very much regular.
Very entitled.
Some people gotta check their egos. They think more of themselves than what they really is. Two, like somebody took the time to take you out to a basketball game. You know what I'm saying? Like she probably didn't look like she was interested in basketball. Looked like she wanted to show up and be courtside and take pictures for the gram.
Wait a minute.
Going off Ryan saying, I saw the full video. I didn't see the part that you saw where she was in the private section and all that. Literally at the game, she just was there. Oh, I want to show off my outfit. I was like, yeah, you just was trying to do it for the gram.
I mean,
right, that fly me in business too.
Honestly, unless the chick told me that she had like extreme interest in sports, I don't know that I'm looking to take because I'm going to assume that had to be like around a first date. I wouldn't go on a first date at a game because I don't feel like I don't feel like it would be enjoyable.
Right.
I don't feel like you would get the time that you need to. I don't think
to talk to them,
to communicate and socialize the way you would need to on a first date.
Yeah. If she's not into sports, now if she's into sports, that's different. But if she's not into sports,
even still, I think. Well, it depends. I think maybe the dinner and the game would be a good setup, but just the game itself on a first date, I don't know.
The game is not the date. No, the game is part of like the evening. Like
right.
You know what I'm saying?
But bring up Auntie Sugar's comment. producer.
Who was it that said that he should have gave the tickets away? That was what, DeAndre?
Yeah, I think that was DeAndre.
There you go. Yeah.
God damn it.
Miss Cargill, I expect better of you.
But I think I got him, y'all. I thought I got him, y'all. I made contact and I heard it hit the wall, but he said I don't die. But no, Auntie Sugar said that she bougie and she also picky, and dudes don't even make it to the first date. Auntie Sugar, what makes you so bougie and so picky? Because most of us is average and just not being honest. So I know I'm joking. That was a comment that she made on Sweet Talk with Auntie Sugar last night. Check her out on Wednesdays, I believe at 7 o'clock. Joe, that fly is fucking me up. I ain't even gonna hold you. Shout out to the birds in the neighborhood that poked holes in my screen. That was salty. But to the main subject of this evening, producer, play the next two videos and play them videos back to back.
Get $50,000, don't date. I'm just being for real. You're not ready to date.
Again, I'm with you.
You're not ready to date. You're not ready to date because courtship costs.
Okay.
Everything costs. Okay. You can go for 22 walks in the park. Eventually, shorty is gonna need a sip of something. She gonna be thirsty. This bottle of water is $3 in Atlanta. Let's not play. So if you don't have any expendable cash, don't date. And whatever that looks like for you, you might only make 50,000, but you live in a shoe. And now you got expendable cash. Or get you a bottom of the barrel bitch that's gonna date you when you have no money. If she doesn't have the expectation, and I'm gonna tell you this right now, enjoy it while it lasts, because eventually you're gonna wanna run. Because she doesn't stretch you. She doesn't make you the man that you need to become. She allows you to be this stagnant dude in the same jeans for days. You know what I'm saying?
Be cutting up.
I'm just talking about me.
33.
Okay.
With being a mom of 7, do you think that a woman of multiple children is still capable of finding someone?
First, let me ask you before I make the statement. Do the kids have the same father?
Yes, they do.
Okay, well, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Okay, so this is hold on. We're talking about 7 children, okay? This is no offense to you, because it's absolutely possible for you to find a quality man. What makes it a tad bit difficult is that you have to find a man who has the financial footing to take care of you and 7 children. And then you also have to be able to find a man who is going to be willing to come in and create structure in that household. 7 children on one person is a lot to create structure in. So there's a lot that this man is going to have to come in and do. On top of that, creating a secure space for you when you have to be a mother and you have to take care of the majority of the things that happen in a house. Are you going to have the ability to be able to love this man in a way that he needs to be loved, in a way that registers as love to him when you have to love 7 other individuals? You're going to need a man who can love those children as his own. Yep. That is a huge responsibility to put on a person who does not have those children. Those are not his kids. Right. But if I were you, no disrespect, I'll try to work it out with the father.
Oh, no, hear me out. Hold on.
Now, for the audience, before we even get started, during that break, I killed that fly. That nigga.
My man was determined.
I was determined for sure. But I feel like y'all could both relate to that video. Joe, I think you can relate to the first one because you don't get no money at your little job. It's like, no, I'm joking. But I feel like that was a wild ass statement to say if you making under a certain threshold, you shouldn't be dating. Do y'all agree with that for one?
No.
No, I don't agree with that.
I feel like if you're not working at all, you shouldn't be worried about dating. But I don't think that if you making under a certain amount, you shouldn't be dating. The young lady with the 7 kids, I thought that was real interesting. But the topic that I wanted to talk about is, do you feel as though through any situation you're going through, you should be healed from your issues, or should you date while you're working through those issues? Joe, I'll go to you first.
Healed, definitely, because if you're not healed, then you're basically looking for your inadequacies through somebody else, and that's just not. If you're not coming into it at least some mostly whole into the situation, then you're not gonna. It's just gonna be bad because you're gonna be searching for something that's not inside you. So that's what I don't know. You gotta
What
be
about
held.
you, Ron? How you feel about that?
I think you should definitely be healed. I mean, it's possible to be, and it depends on the level of trauma too. Like, you know what I
That's
mean?
a great
If you
point.
had some really traumatic shit happen to you, somebody cheated on you, you had a kid with somebody, and it wasn't like, and it wasn't yours, that's really traumatic. But if it's just like you just got done with a breakup, yeah, rebound, that's something different. But you should absolutely be healed from anything that where it can cause the next person to trigger like the prior events, or they may have a characteristic of the other person that reminds you of that. So you should absolutely be healed.
Okay. I wanted to get your perspective, and then I want to open up the lines because I think this is a great subject for dialogue. So, without further ado, I want to know, audience, what y'all got to say about that.
Muggavelli. Muggavelli.
And shout out to Joe. If you see my Facebook profile picture right now with the Muggavelli, that came courtesy of Joe. Appreciate it. But
Oh, that was Joe.
at this point, producer, drop the link for the people to be able to chime in and get your point across. So I think watching the Big Exclusive podcast Tuesdays at 7:00, he made a topic. I mean, he made a statement one day that really made sense. He compared it to like a physical injury, where he said you're never completely healed over a past situation, because it's like if you break an arm or something like that, you still will have like a residual issue from that moment. And I think that's very true. And it's like, so what level of healed should a person be at before they start dating? Or do you feel like a person should be healed at all? Both of y'all come from the perspective of a person should be mostly healed from their last situation before they move on into something else, which I do agree with, because I mean, I think a lot of people not completely healed bring those insecurities in. And listen, I'm not going to deal with the insecurities that I didn't create. Now, if I create
That's a big one.
insecurities on the way, that's up to me and you to try to work through them. But I'm not fixing shit that I didn't bring.
Right.
That's basically the way I feel about that. And I brought that one. I feel like, wait, can you go up to Joe Spencer's comment? She said, I feel like you learn more about yourself through other people. I don't know how to feel about that statement, only because I just feel like I can't relate. I can't relate from the standpoint of I've always been really self-aware. So even if there's some stuff about me that people are like, why the fuck do you do that? I know why I personally do it. I just don't express it. But I just feel that you should come to a situation and be healed. You shouldn't come to me and be upset because the last person you was with, like you said, cheated on you or something like that. And I can say the only time in my life I've ever jumped into another situation where I wasn't completely over the last situation. I mean, I never cheated on that young lady. I wouldn't say I was abusive mentally, definitely not physically. But I know I didn't give her the benefit that she would have gotten if I would have otherwise been healed. So I would kind of just do what I wanted. And I would make excuses for my behavior. Now, although those actions that I took were not abusive, I definitely know that they weren't right. And I've gone back and apologized and said, like, she picked up on it because we were talking. She was like, yo, you just not over your ex, this, and the third. That's why you do these things. And that was very true. So even though I wasn't abusive or cheating, I still wasn't I wasn't treating her properly. I think that's the best way to say it. But I think I'm glad that I hesitated on playing both of those videos last week, because I kind of merged them into a topic. and felt like this would be a much better place to properly discuss both of those things. The girl with the 7 kids, I find interesting.
7 kids is a lot, yo.
That's
What'd you
crazy.
say?
7 kids is a lot. Like,
7 at
I'm
33.
glad she got about. It would be easier for me though because they about one person. But if it was like 7 kids and like 7 baby dads, like that's a lot. That's a lot. That would be a lot. 7 kids and one nigga. That's actually the one nigga makes it so much more easier.
Yeah.
But the
It
7
also
kids, that's a lot.
I mean, I think with multiple, when you're dealing with somebody with multiple kids, parents, it can be easier. But also, I mean, it can be easier to deal with in that aspect. But I also look at those people like, how the fuck do you have 7 kids with a person and y'all not end up married? Like,
Right, yeah.
you had to know who this
I think she
person
was married.
Deanna said it in the comments. She said that they was married, and she watched on TikTok where she said that the dude, it wasn't in the life at all. That seemed weird to me. I don't understand how they could be married, but the pop wasn't in the lives of the kids at all. That just seemed kind of cat.
I mean,
I can't believe it.
I'm gonna say I'm not gonna act like you always know a person right off the bat. Let's say the first kid came very early in a relationship and they just decided to work it out. Cool. Second kid, you know what you're dealing with. Third kid, absolutely. How does 4, 5, 6, and 7 come along with this person that I know there's one girl that got 7 kids and she gets niggas. I mean,
because she giving out pussy.
Yo, JoJo.
Hey, what's up,
JoJo. He kept it mean, JoJo. Like, I mean, shit.
No, JoJo is sick because I know exactly who she's talking about. And usually she watching.
JoJo, wow. JoJo.
Man, like, I mean, chicks do that to me. I'm like, I got 5 kids. They be like, oh, you giving out dick. I get that all the time.
What's up? What you get, brother?
Yo, fellas, what's good?
What's up,
What's good, brother?
So, and also, I'm glad that Big Exclusive is vetting the people a lot better.
Last week was wow.
Listen, guys, that podcast episode is still up if you want to go back and check it out. But based on the videos that we made, how do you feel about the situation with the young lady saying that you should make a certain amount before you start dating?
I think that was garbage for her to, sit there and try to say like, oh, well, you can't date if you under this wage. Like,
right.
It's too much that goes into it, right? Because you could have all the money in the world and still not be prepared to be a good dating prospect. You know what I'm saying?
True.
You could have all this bread and if you don't spend none of the bread, if you got all this bread but you cheat, I bet she still feel a way about it, right? If that bread wasn't getting spent on her, but she saw it, he was a dude with that kind of income,
right?
And she'd still be upset. So what she really just wanted somebody to spend money on her. Like that's really what all that came from. Okay. And instead of just being like, for me, if you're gonna date me, then you should have to spend certain amount of money on me. Instead of just carrying it like that, she decides to try to look down on dudes. Even with her whole response about it being like, oh, a bottom of the barrel. Why she got to be bottom of the barrel? Because she want to work with a boy.
Yeah,
that sound crazy.
Mm-hmm. Definitely sound crazy.
You do.
Because she work a 9 to 5 and she understand maybe homeboy work a 9 to 5. Like this whole thing about 100K men, like they all around the street and they at every job is nuts.
It's not realistic either because we talked about it before, and like the percentage of black men that make over 100,000 a year is very low. It's like 6 or 7%.
Under 10%. Exactly. It's under
like
10%.
It's like 11% of black women that make over 100,000. And we already know black women out earn black men, but they also outnumber us. It's like 3 to 1. So like
Yeah.
all that 100,000 this and that, like you gotta be more realistic. Whenever I see shit like that, that just tells me that's a chick that don't got her own money. She ain't got her own shit. She looking for somebody to take care
So
of
why
her.
do you feel?
Or even if she do, she looking for somebody else's bread.
Yeah,
I
like
saw a video the other day with a young lady that was just saying, "Yo, we need to really like jump back from that mindset as women," because she was like, "Why do we feel so entitled to have men spend their money on us from the rip where
I
we
see this
haven't even
comment.
proved ourselves?"
But DeAndre comment, the same thing should apply to women. Like you talking about like a man should have enough money to take care of himself. How about I do got enough money to take care of myself? I ain't got no money to take care of you, bitch. Like why you should have some money to take care of me. Like that shit really pissing me out because I meet women that have that mindset, but then like you go to their crib and it's like you got an air mattress. Like your kitchen is in the same room as your living room. Like your priorities are the problem, not mine. I own all my shit.
Yeah, like can we stop bullshitting? Like all these women that's asking for that is 100K earners and above. Can we please stop that bullshit? Can we knock it the fuck off?
Most of them was
Listen,
balling off of
and I can
PUA
tell
and was
you, in this
selling the rooms out
economy,
the stove.
100K
Come
is not
on,
too
bro.
far.
Yeah.
100K
Come
is not
on, bro.
crazy. But
Come on.
before I jump into the next question, Auntie Sugar, thank you for calling in this evening. What do you have to say about the video with the young lady saying that men making under 50K shouldn't be dating?
Well, first and foremost, I always want to give my very much appreciated, and gracious, uh, everlasting thoughts. And, I cannot say this enough how much I appreciate the BN Network and the BEN family for all your
Definitely.
support that you always give me. And I want to say thank you so very much for allowing me to come up to your platform this evening.
Not a problem.
I really appreciate it. I know I came up here during the bandana hour, so I'm probably going to have to windmill my way through some stuff and windmill my way out the door. But
Okay.
it is what it is. As you know, I like to try to keep the peace as much as possible.
Just
Ladies,
I'm not looking for
ladies,
peace.
I'm gonna do my best, ladies. I'm gonna do my best. I'm a monkey paw a couple of these dudes, but either way, I'm outnumbered, ladies. I'm outnumbered. Okay, so let's see. Shoot. What we got? What we got?
So with the young lady that said that, and I want you to big exclusive, keep the Andrew comment up there because we're gonna revisit this.
We are gonna revisit that.
So the young
I'm a
lady
windmill. I'm a windmill for you, DeAndre.
so the young lady said that men making under 50,000 shouldn't date,
Um,
essentially.
well, realistically, and I think I touched on this on my show yesterday. Oh, pardon me, I apologize. And I'm not drinking, and I didn't fall out the chair. Oh
I
wait,
thought
I'm
you went
sorry.
into the China
Oh,
closet.
I thought you was loading a
AOG.
gun.
I'm sorry. AOG ain't here. AOG ain't here. So, um, so realistically speaking, right, $50,000 in today's economy is, believe it or not, is poverty. And so, if you are $50,000, um, sir or madam, if you are dating, you need to date within your wage. You know
That's
what type of date you can afford. Ain't nothing wrong with a matinee at the movie theater, right? Everybody like those $5 Tuesdays. Be realistic. You know, Chick-fil-A. If you download the app, you can get some free nuggets on certain times and certain days. Um, you know,
nice.
it's nothing wrong with happy hour, right? Every restaurant offers happy hour, including 4 and 5 star restaurants. They offer happy hour. Go then, right? Go when you can afford to go. So just know that there are options for you, but you are within the poverty line.
Okay. So there's another comment that I want to speak on, but I want to leave the Angels comment up there because I still want to address that. But Joe Spencer in the comments says, but that applies to women as well. So
Yes,
women that are at that threshold also shouldn't be dating.
ladies, if you know you making $50,000, you got that stiff ass wig on. right? You know you getting those wigs 4 for $20 down at the John's Beauty Supply. You know what I'm talking about. You go in there, you go as soon as you walk through the door, they got them right there on the shelf, 4 for $20. You know, you get you good
But she
auntie
just living
wig.
within her means.
They're stiff ass wigs. Hey, 4 for $20. Everybody know what it's like. Add your little sheen to it and do what you do. But date within your wage, get your press on nails together. You might can afford the lipstick at the uh, you know not at the Macy's. Okay, that's not you. You're not at the Macy's counter unless they having a friends and family sale. Well, matter of fact, they going out of business. I just read that in the paper. So go on
I'm
down
about
to
to
the
run it
Macy's
up in
and
the
go
Ralph
get you
Lauren
some good
section.
makeup. Go on down there. But let's be honest. Everybody not a baddie. Everybody can't afford it. Let's start living within our wages. Go
I
on
think
down to
that's
the Acme and go listen. I'm a hip y'all to a little something. Acme got 4 for $20, right? And they got that every day of the week. You go down to the meat section, okay? They got chicken, sausages. Sometimes they got ground beef, burgers. So always got a fish option. You can get that crab meat. Okay, it's not the legitimate crab meat, but you can get it. They got the seasoned shrimp, all raw. Okay, now you can go down there and get your 4 for $20. Get your 4 packs or whatever you want. I got me a couple of chicken legs, some chicken thighs, a couple ground turkey packets.
now, Auntie
Okay,
Sugar, let me stop you before you go too far into this
I'm
ad.
just saying I'm living
So,
within my wage.
so I
Make that
respect,
man a meal,
I
and y'all
respect
sit
that.
back and enjoy it.
So I respect what you're saying a lot more than what she's saying. You're saying date within your means, whereas she was saying don't date at all.
Right.
Girl, you
Right.
don't
So,
learn how
Big
to make
difference.
that
Big
lasagna.
difference.
If you don't learn how
so,
to make some spaghetti,
so back to what Deandra just said. While we're still here, that's what men are supposed to do. They're supposed to be the head. Why the fuck am I the head of a household when we're not even in a household yet? We just in the
That
beginning phases of dating. Why am I
exactly.
supposed to come to the table and do all these things for you when you haven't even proven why I should be doing these things yet?
Because are
well,
you packing
because
my lunch 5 days
because
a week?
if you a man, right, and pardon me, I was raised by my daddy, so I'm a little spoiled. Uh, and you raising a little girl,
Right.
you're gonna raise her to be daddy's girls. You're gonna spoil her. So women, we grow up with this idea and this fantasy that we want to marry a man that treat us like our fathers treat us, right?
But
And
you're
so
saying,
how does that wait a minute, how does daddy treat us? Now you want us to call you daddy when we in the bed and you slapping that ass. So hey, put your money where your mouth is, right? If
so
you want to be
okay,
daddy,
so
be
while
daddy.
we're
Don't
right
ever
here,
call me daddy.
Hey daddy.
but
Hey.
what
There
but
go
I
my
don't
daddy
understand
right there. How
how
you doing,
women come to the
daddy?
I don't know why women come to the table with such this high expectation that I'm supposed to be doing all this shit very early on into the relationship. What are you providing for me, or what should a woman
Right.
provide that will warrant a man giving this level of comfort to this young lady? Let's say we 3 months in. What you have all these requirements, but what should a woman be doing to receive those requirements that she has?
Well, you
Yeah.
should
We
have your
just
list
date.
too.
We just in a dating phase. We like 3 months in. We not living together.
Well, where's your list at? You don't have no list. You ain't got no list of requirements that you want the woman that you are selecting to be with. You don't have no list.
Not really.
No, you don't have no list.
I mean, my
Oh,
list is like the typical stuff. I want you
you
to
got
be
the weed.
working.
You got the weed out. You know what I mean? You got the weed them out. So you got to get your list
I
together. You
feel
got to.
I
like
got a list.
I feel like as I date, the weeding out happens when I see the things that I don't like and then make the determination. Do I feel like that's something I could deal with, or is it something that I can move on from? I don't come into a situation where you got to have this, that, and the third, because you could be on paper really great and have all the insecurities in the world. That's not going to work for me.
Yep.
And
But you look great on paper. You would pass the interview in the dating phase from the beginning. So I just feel like I look at dating a person for a little while, seeing the things that I like. If it works, we can move forward. If it doesn't work, let's just cut our losses right here. but I'm not coming to the first date with a fucking 1,000-page essay that I want you to have prepared for me. So
it's called dating with intentions. You got to have smart goals, right? You have to have smart goals for that person. Anybody whatsoever, you got to have smart goals. You have to have, you know, a time, and you have to have a direction. You have to have a plan. You got to have a, you know, if you're seeing potential in that person, then set up that smart goals for dating that potential person.
I feel like I just work a lot better.
If you're giving yourself 3 months, then give yourself 3 months and work through those smart goals with that person. And treat it like it's an interview. Treat it like it's a job. Treat it like it's a goal that you want to achieve with that person. Hell, I just asked a big exclusive how much I need to cash app him so I can pay for him and the girls to have lunch. I still ain't get no answer.
He said that
because we
for
both
them
know
it's like
$25,
$85.
$30 ain't worth it. He worth more
I
than
was
$40.
watching the episode. He gave you an answer.
What was it?
He said the last time him and his girls went, I think he said it was like 85.
Yeah.
There you go, and you see how how they be capping.
I'm gonna send him 200.
You see how they be talking just because they got lips.
I wasn't gonna let her do that to you, good brother.
I'm gonna
Thank you, good brother.
You said it's $80. I'm gonna send
Thank you, good brother. Thank you, good brother.
Damn. I'm gonna send you $125 because I'm gonna want you to tip. So I'm gonna send you $125. Is that good?
Damn.
Yeah, my cash
that
is
okay. How you want it? Apple Pay, Zelle? How you want it?
Now she getting fancy.
You just
I
let
want
me
it in
know.
ones.
You let me
No.
Wait, at the end of the day,
can we address this comment, bro? Because this is
I hate this.
And please get to this comment.
I can speak directly about this because I have 5 girls, and the way I raise them, I raise them obviously for a man to respect them and things of that nature. But I have never taught my children to rely upon someone to take care of them. Yes, a man is supposed to provide for you and take care of you and stuff like that. But we in a different era where y'all talk about traditional. When we get to that word traditional, because y'all want to say y'all want traditional men to take care of you, do this and that. Like, but most, not some, not all. Well, some. We're not gonna say all, but a good majority of these women are not traditional women. Y'all don't iron. Y'all don't wash clothes. You don't wash your own damn clothes. Your house is filthy. You can't cook. TikTok about to be gone. You're gonna have no recipes. I don't want to hear it. So like you can't, and that's not all. Some women are domesticated and can bring these things to the table. But when you talking about like these women that we're talking about are these women that are online and they are portraying this lifestyle of a man is supposed to take care of them when the first time they start dating, pay their bills, this and that. That's not ideal. That's not traditional. That's not realistic. My grandfather didn't meet my grandma and then start just paying her phone bill and her life insurance.
Exactly.
Like, no, it was a process.
But also, why is there so much emphasis being put on finances when we talking about providing?
Because
I can have all the finances in the world.
It's because of
they don't have it.
It's because of the Western society, bro. She said something about the other races. You can't compare Western to Eastern. They two different cultures. Like that's the problem.
D'Andra is burning me
can I say something real fast?
D'Andra is legit burning me the fuck out. I'm gonna tell you, I've never had a woman take care of me.
Correct,
I've never lived with a woman. I've always had my own shit. From the time I moved out of my parents' house till now, I paid all my bills. Might have had some that went past due, but I've never relied on women. Right. So this idea of like, she's burning me out.
Let me say this real quick. First, D'Andra is coming with a new show, Unlatched. Okay, and this is what she does. Me and OG been burnt out for a long time with D'Andra, but behind the scenes we be laughing, okay? Because I know she trolling.
She gaslighting.
To address the comment, I'm gonna say this.
But say, why she ain't dial in?
She's right about other races and how they raise their women. And as a father, she's also right that I want a guy to make sure he's capable of taking care of my daughter. Now, you just heard me say capable of taking care of my daughter. That has nothing to do with her financial needs. He should be able to provide financially, but you got to learn to teach these women to be taken care of as whole people, whole persons, whole humans. So my girls are going to want men who are emotionally mature, right? Amongst other things. But again, circling back to, those other races, the part that they conveniently leave out is those women are not submissive, they're subservient to those men. And if you ask any sister who can be subservient to any black man, you gonna get the eye popping, neck rolling, lip smacking,
They ain't having
finger
it.
popping, mother effers, and
They not
F
having
out
it.
of here. So they forget to add that caveat when they bring up other races and try to bring them into this conversation. They do it conveniently because that part don't fit their argument. Those women are more than happy to be subservient to those men and those cultures because they have to be. It's not a lot of free will when it comes to those other cultures. Okay?
Thank you.
That's a great point. But also, so I felt like we kind of beat that topic into the ground. Brother Charles, how do you feel about the second video with the young lady with the 7 kids? When she was saying the things that she required and the young ladies rebuttal back to that.
I think Kitty had the best solution. Maybe you should try working this out with the daddy. And I know she started frowning her face up immediately. And I know the women in the crowd was like, "Oh no, no, no!" But let truth be told, outside of abuse, outside of rampant infidelity, outside of him being a bad or negligent father, 7 kids, you have your work cut out for you in finding another man who has both the time, who has all the time. I even said in the comments, you got to have the time, the energy, the patience, and the finances to provide for 7 kids and make it a safe space and a space to grow for 7 kids. On top of that, you as the mom have to facilitate his ability to do that. Because if he agrees to come into this situation and you be one of those moms, hey, don't yell at my kid. Hey, you can't pop my kid. Hey, let me handle the discipline. You already lost.
Yep.
So that dude who was willing to try with your 7 kids is now out the window. Everything has to be for that to even work. She has to have that other guy in mind, because with 7 kids now, on top of that, you need to have energy for him.
Yeah.
So
you need to have patience for what he got going on.
I would say this, my advice to her, because there's 7 kids at 33.
At 33.
At 33.
Let's understand. Crazy. That was just a clip. We didn't get enough insight into that woman's life. But there are a couple things that I would be willing to bet my children on. Okay. Number one, that was a very young and volatile love. So whatever parent or father figure or mother figure or whatever maternal or paternal figures she had in her life at the time told her, no, stay in school. No, don't mess with this guy. He's that. Somebody warned this woman, okay? At kid number 1, she made a conscious decision, despite all the elders' advice, to continue seeing this guy and not to have 1, but 2 and 3 and 4. She sounded like LeBron with the Heat. Okay,
she was definitely like LeBron.
Not 1, so not 2.
Exactly. So at some point, she has to be held accountable for continuing to 1, lay with this man. 2, continue to say, now for religious purposes, she may not believe in abortion. Okay, respect that. Yeah. But what she now has to realize is that it's you and your 7 piece. Okay, it's you, the starting 5, and your bench, and an assistant coach. Okay.
Okay. All right.
So
wait a minute.
So hold on. Just let me finish my thought, Auntie. Just let me finish my thought. Okay. Respectfully. Now, here's the thing. Regardless if she was married or not, Deandra, regardless if she was married or not, my advice to her is not to try to, just based off her facial expression and what she exhibited after dude saying go back and try to make it work with her, she has to resign herself to the fact that she's going to have to start dating once the youngest child is old enough to be out the house. No man on this earth is going to step. Well, there's somebody out there. I just don't think she's going to be capable of finding him. Okay, but the thing is, she has to resign herself to having situationships until she can have something meaningful, because no man is going to come in and compete for the love against 7 children. You can never win. And like Charles was saying, discipline is going to be an issue. Finances is going to be an issue. Talking to those kids is going to, as you know, me stepping into a situation being a stepfather before, all of those things are absolutely true. It makes the relationship very difficult because there's no such thing as stepping into a relationship with a woman with just that woman. You're always stepping into a relationship with the kids as well, and whether you like it or not, the baby father or baby fathers. Okay. So my advice to her was, listen, you know, we adults, we have needs. Find you a situation that don't mind, but just resign yourself to the fact that you can't search for no meaningful, real relationship until after that youngest child is grown and out the way. Now, is there somebody who may step in and be that person? Yes, I'm sure they exist. Whether or not she be willing to find them and walking in those or being in those circles to be able to have access to them or proximity. Nah. I don't think so.
All right, so Auntie,
and she gonna have to fit that brother box.
Gonna be your point.
Facts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm going to monkey paw some of y'all, because let me tell you something. What you don't have the right to do is police any woman's womb. We don't need that. Okay, we already have an. Wait a minute.
All right, let's talk.
Wait a minute.
No, because she can't just come
wait,
make stuff up.
No, big exclusive.
Wait a
Let her get her
minute.
point across.
Sir, I
making stuff up though, bro.
Sir, respectfully, I reserve the right. You do not have the right to police any woman's womb. Okay, her choosing to give birth.
Her womb?
Big exclusive. Let her get her point across.
Her making the conscious choice to give birth to those 7 children was her making that conscious choice. However, and for whatever reason she made it, be it religious reasons or not, be it she wanted a big family, be it her and her husband spoke about it and agreed upon it, it's her womb. It was her decision. She agreed to go through with it. The deal is done, right? Not every woman would put their uterus through that. I myself would not. However, the deal is done. And not only that, every woman is responsible for their fertility, right? They're responsible for knowing their body, monitoring their cycles, and understanding how and what pattern they are going to be able to reproduce.
Bro,
that is why I have 1 child, okay,
right,
instead of however many that I could.
But Auntie, I just want to stop you for 1 second.
I don't like it when men police wombs. I don't like it when my own OBGYN decides to police my womb.
Yeah, we weren't saying
who policed her womb. What you're saying.
The question.
But all I'm saying is,
how?
What do you mean you don't care what we saying? Nobody policed her womb.
Yeah, nobody said that.
No, Auntie Sugar, nobody said she shouldn't have.
I get that. I get that. But that part is a done deal. Second of all, her having 7 children. I don't know if y'all remember this show, but it was called The Brady Bunch. Remember the and I know they white.
She had 3. He had 3.
Right,
they was a blended family.
Right. So what I'm saying is that there are a lot of blended families out there. Let's not forget that. Now, in this day and age, we don't see that much, but there are a lot of blended families out there. And you know what? Her path to success in a relationship might not be for a brother that's looking for a woman with 7 children. But like you said, Big Exclusive,
It ain't a brother
there
that
may
exists
be
looking for a woman with 7
a
children.
man out there that is willing to love her enough that he's willing to take on all that encompasses her plus the responsibility, and it's a lot of responsibility. Would I advise it?
You're looking at
No,
5
I
brothers
would
that
not.
say no.
Would I set her up with somebody? No, I would not. But I also wouldn't accept her getting into a situationship because I wouldn't want her to entwine herself with anything that might not be healthy mentally for her in regards to those
A
children.
situationship don't necessarily have to be unhealthy.
So
See,
you're right.
this
But
rhetoric
it
I want
can
to say
turns me
something.
up
That lasted longer
because
than relationship.
it keeps absolving these women of all the
I'm
choices
not
that they make.
absolving. I'm not absolving. I'm
Auntie
just
Sugar, you
saying.
came up here talking about somebody policing somebody's womb. And
I
nobody
just
on this
think
panel said anything about policing her womb.
No,
Not a single
no.
soul. So
just
you making
the sense that she made that choice
using
to have those 7
misdirection
kids.
and you
That's
moving the
not just
goalposts
her
to garner some sort of
responsibility. That's
sympathy
his
for these
too.
choices that she made.
He has
Like,
a
no,
decision in that too. He has a
Absolutely.
absolve them
responsibility in
of it.
that too.
Who
Auntie
That was
Sugar,
a
absolved you?
decision that they
I'm gonna
made
disagree with
together.
you at what, because I hate when women do this. Ultimately, the woman holds the decision
She
making.
does.
She
That is
does.
her choice.
All
But she
right, that's
made it while
fine.
she
But
was married.
also, Auntie Sugar, one thing I'm gonna say is nobody policed her womb, but what I think you're absolving her for is that decision to go through with it. Now,
Right.
I understand it.
She was
Whatever reason,
married.
Auntie Sugar, whatever reason, she decided that she wanted to have those 7 kids.
She
It
was
did not
policing
With
work
her
her
for
own
husband.
womb.
So
That's
hold
what
on.
happened.
Auntie Sugar,
Ha-
but one second,
having
I'm talking.
hold on.
She had those 7 kids. It did not work. Now she wants to go out in the world, and the way she's speaking like every man should just be absolutely okay with the fact that she has 7 kids. When I can tell you for a fact, Ryan got 7 kids, and they look at him crazy when he say it. Say,
Who
no,
got
I just
7
wanted to say that.
kids?
But no,
Five.
Ryan comes in with 5 kids, and
Exactly.
Ryan takes care of his situation. I've been there. I've been at his crib enough to do podcasts with him to see his kids are properly taken care of. If I had to roll the dice and one of my friends was like, yo, I see your man Ryan that you do the podcast with, what's up with him? I feel completely comfortable being like, yo, Ryan's a good dude, talk to him. But if she said, wait, do he really got 5 daughters? That's something that Ryan made the decision to play his
Right.
part in, and he
I was
has
gonna use
5
me as an
daughters.
example.
If a woman is not looking to accept Ryan for his 5 daughters, guess what Ryan gotta do? He just gotta take that one on the chin.
Right.
From the way you're speaking, it's like every man should just be comfortable with the fact that she has these 7, and it should be absolutely okay because she just decided to have these 7.
And to add on to that, go ahead, Ryan. My bad. You talking about you?
It's not ideal because I was gonna use me for example. Like it's a double standard because it's like, oh, a woman can come to the table with these 7 kids, but the minute all I said was I had 5 kids, and somebody was in the comments like 5 kids XXX. So like, and that's okay.
It was Auntie Sugar.
What?
Well,
5
there we
kids?
go.
What?
What I'm saying is to expect a man to step in a situation and to now financially, physically, emotionally be responsible for this. Now, if he don't have no kids for these 9 people, that's not realistic. It's unrealistic for me to meet a woman and expect her to step in and be a mother to 5 kids. That's not fair to her. To be like, you have to do this. That's ridiculous. That's not realistic. If she accepts like that I have 5 kids, that's one thing. What's going on? I got a daughter right here, and she'll tell you straight up that I don't teach. Going back to the other day, I don't teach them to rely on a man or none of that. Like I don't. They know that they have their own money to be able to take care of themselves. But for me to step in this situation and expect a woman to be a mother to my 5 children, that's fucking ridiculous. It's not saying that it's somebody. It's probably somebody out there that I'll get married to and that'll love my kids and everything like that. But for me to be like from the rip, first day, like I got 5 kids, and if you're gonna deal with me, you know what I'm saying, you got to do hair. I hope you know how to do ballies and barrettes, and you know what I'm saying, I hope you take girls to the nail dates. Like she gonna look at me like, nigga, please. So in the same, we gotta have the same action and the same feelings when women come to the table with that. I'm not saying there's not somebody out there with her, and it's totally fine for her to have 7 kids because she had it in a marriage. That's actually the way you're supposed to do it. That I salute her for that.
Yeah.
But to expect, because the question was, is it okay for her to have all these demands and be coming into the table with these 7 kids? She has every right to have whatever demand she has, but you also got to be realistic. You got to have realistic expectations. That is the problem here. There's not realistic expectations. Because I'm stepping this, you think I'm stepping, you got 7 kids? Like, what is wrong? But imagine me with my 5 stepping in with your 7. I'm not even looking at you. I got 5. That's 12 people. What are you talking about? We can go jump somebody. No, I'm not doing it.
And what's crazy is I'm willing to bet anything I had that she don't want a man with 5 kids.
I guarantee it.
She don't want a man with 7 kids. A man who has money, a man who has time, a man who's willing to accept her as long as she'll accept his 7, she won't give him
better for you.
I bet anything.
I got one better for you. The way she made that statement, no, they all by the same man. She would probably look at a man crazy with 2 baby moms and 2 kids.
She gonna look at me like something wrong with me. Like, oh, you what? What's going on? Like, I get women now that meet me. Like, the only reason I don't get so much trouble about having 5 kids is because I have 2 grown kids. I have another one that's gonna be grown in a year, and I have 2 small kids, so it's a little different. But if I walk in with 5 kids and they all under 10, they're gonna be like, oh, you still fucking your baby mom. That's, you know how it is. That's what they're gonna say. I would have the situation shit. You get what I'm saying? So like, let's just be real. I think I gotta be realistic. Like when we having like these standards, and I get that's kind of what Big Exclusive was kind of getting about moving the goalposts. It's different for women than it is for men. It's way different, and it's always different. Like a woman, we gotta accept, and a man is just like, oh no, you gotta step your game up. Oh, you got 5 kids, I got 7. Oh, you gotta get 3 jobs, and it's like, what? Like, what are you talking about?
Right from the door, if you're a man, you got to be right from the door.
It's not realistic in this day and age. Like, these conversations and arguments that we be having are good conversations and arguments in the 60s. But in the year 2024, it's not realistic. Both of us need to get the fuck up and hustle, go to work, drive Uber, sell drugs, do whatever. We gotta get like
not sell drugs.
Man, like the days of a man going to work, because when we talking about the financial gap between men and women, and like I don't have any friends that make over 200,000. If they do, I don't know. They keep it a secret. But to sit here and think that that a man can go to work right now and work all day, work all week, and the woman can stay at home and cater to the house, like, that's a good idea and that's cool, but that's not realistic unless we gonna live. Even in North Philly, rent is like $1,600 for a 3-bedroom.
There are some people that still live like that.
I don't want to live like that. I don't want a $600 rent in North Philly where it's crackheads and stuff, and then my kids can't play on the sidewalk. When we talking about living comfortably and being happy mentally, because the mental side of living in a bad neighborhood. I live in North Philly. Y'all know my kids cannot play outside on the sidewalk, and I lived on this block for 30 years. I know everybody on this block. It's not the people on the block; it's the people on the outside of the block.
Yes, but when you say realistically, you're talking about your reality. There are some women that do have the luxury of staying at home.
Of course.
Some.
Of course.
Wait, hold on, because I hate when we go down these paths. How many women right now do you know that have the luxury of staying at home? Don't have to work, Auntie Sugar.
I know a lot of women that's going to work and they man staying at home.
It's different now.
Yo, Ryan, tell them that.
That's okay. You are.
No.
But I just want to add on to what Big Exclusive said earlier. As a solution for Shorty, when he said when the youngest child gets older, for her to start dating, that is a good thing because she's 33. You get what I'm trying to say? The probability of her doing that is very low, but that's what she really needs to do because she really need to focus on the kids. But the problem is now with social media and everything like that, and with her mindset, she think a dude just gonna come along. No, you gonna have to get to them kids. They all get older to have a better possibility to find somebody that's really going to be for her. Because right now, it's not. The probability is very low. But I'm glad
her priorities might be a little messed up. Maybe she's thinking about a relationship instead of really thinking about getting these kids and raising these kids. Because you do have 7. Maybe you should be focusing on those kids.
You know what's something else that's huge here too? And I don't know her story. She might have been a stay-at-home mom for the whole time of that marriage with them 7 kids. And now she needs somebody to step in and take care of her because she don't know how to do nothing for herself. That's also huge. That's huge, and that's both sides. Because a lot of people come out of marriages, men come out of marriages not knowing how to cook because they had a woman cooking for them for the last 15 years. Women come out of situations only knowing how to pay bills online because they never had to pay. You know what I'm saying? They don't know what it is to get up and go to work. So she's probably coming out of a situation and she needs a man to step in and to be the provider because she doesn't know how, or she doesn't have the skills, the degree, or the work experience to step up in her own household.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Did you read that comment? Black men need to come up with a plan to get ahead. They need to come up with a plan to build up their family.
I know she trolling. That's why I ain't go too crazy. That's a whole different conversation. That's a whole different conversation.
When you think of any great society in present day, there's always been a strong woman in some kind of aspect that has been their assistant. So the fact that you just putting it all on black men, Deidre, is bullshit. Because like you were saying in them other societies, like I thought that was a good statement. If y'all came to Dom's show, which it was a lot of y'all missing. If you came to Dom's live podcast, it was a woman that spoke on her husband being Indian and seeing how he was taking care of his whole family, his mother, his sisters. And I sat there and I thought to myself, absolutely not, because that's not my responsibility. But
another culture is different.
I think
it's
that
different.
Deidre, you putting a lot of onus on men to do stuff, and
is Deidre married?
But it takes two.
And just watching
in today's society, it takes two.
So
it does. The weight of everything on just the man. The economy itself and the way that it's built and the way that it's structured and how much we make, just the gross domestic product in general, what black women make, what black men make, who owns the businesses, who's the fastest rising and growing. Like we need to come together. We need to do this together. That's the only way we're going to be able to make it, is to come together.
Everybody keep making these statements, and they keep leaving out these huge caveats. When the woman made that statement, and when that woman made that statement at Dime Live Podcast, the first thing that popped into my head is, first thing, how are they living? Two, they probably don't care how they living, as long as they living and they not responsible for a goddamn thing. As long as they can eat and they got the roof, they don't care if they packed into the house like sardines.
Wait,
black women not about to live like that.
Too. I want to have a very transparent moment. Not gonna lie to you, I'm an upper earning person, got a master's degree, been to the army, had 3 walks of life. I am one of those upper echelon men that they talk about. Not trying to be cocky, strictly the facts. I have a problem finding black women on the same level as me, or maybe slightly under, that are ready to be. For one, they're not emotionally mature, because for one, they're so used to taking care of men that when they encounter a man like me, they don't even know how to fucking interact. So the shit that she's saying, as far as black men needing to do more, I'm not gonna say there's black men that need to be doing more or could be doing better, but that is not the blanket of all of us. Because you're looking at 4 black men in this picture that I'm pretty sure, well, I know for sure, Brother Charles, I can't speak for you, but I can say for J King, for Ryan, for Big Exclusive, from the conversations that we've had never been dependent on women, have never had a problem leading, have never had a problem taking care of a household. So when you say this idea of what black men are, what black men problems are, I think that's just the niggas that you've been encountering.
It's a small percentage of men that they talk about and they think it's the majority, and it's not. It's the small percentage of the men that they want to deal with. If it's a small percentage that they want to put on everybody else. If we have a community of dudes that's doing bad shit, it's not everybody that's doing bad shit, and that's the
real shit. Like, I'm one of them. Like, I make pretty good money. I'm educated. I'm in a great field. Got a good career. When I encounter the women that are on my level, they looking at NBA money. Miss, I can't compete with that.
Right.
I'm not bringing that to the table, and you're not being realistic.
The
because
problem
that
is,
NBA player is looking for that Instagram model with 1 million followers, and you're not that.
Yeah.
So you're not being realistic in your expectations.
And
a
you
lot
gotta
of these
look
women,
at the fact that a lot of these women, right? They basically, like Deandra said, black men got to come up with a plan. Okay. All the men on the panel got a plan.
Absolutely.
How many of them black women gonna stay down till we see that plan to fruition? None of them. They all waiting for the men at the finish line. You watch these videos on Instagram, TikTok, and everywhere else on social media. They act, the magic number is 100,000, right? It's always
That
the
is
magic number.
crap, and you know it.
What's crap, Auntie Sugar?
That magic number. Come on.
It
You
is
and I
crap.
both know.
So
That
the point is crap, but the women don't. Some
they don't realize it's crap
until
they biological clock starts to tick when they get in 39,
No, that's
40.
not true.
And
That's not true. $100,000 is not a lot of money. It really isn't.
It's not a lot of money. But a lot of these women, not some, I'm gonna say some, not all, but I've had women now that I'm older that either didn't have the time of day for me when I was in my 20s, but now in my DMs hit me up like crazy. Want to know why? Because I spent the last 10 years chasing after them niggas that was getting the street money or the niggas that they thought they wanted. And now I'm the nigga that they do want. And now I look at them like, you 10 years, now I'm physically looking at you because you don't look the same as you did 10 years ago. I'm looking at you the same way you looked at me 10 years ago. The exact same way. And now it's, but I can cook for you, I can do this, that. I wanted you to do that 10 years ago. And they don't realize that until they get older. But us, we fine until we 65, 70, some of us 80, like from a physical standpoint. So it's certain things like younger women. I'll say that the issue probably here is the younger crowd, not in 33, 34 and under. They're the ones that are asking for the niggas with all this money, this, and that. And another thing, women, kind of to what Ant was saying, like women, they'll tell you they don't want a nigga that's making 50,000, but they make 50,000. Then they make 100,000. They saying you got to make $1 million. Like,
50,000.
They
don't even make that.
How is it wrong for us both to show up making the same amount? We both make 100,000. We should live well. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest, in a bad neighborhood, if you both show up making 50,000, you should live well. That's $100,000 household. But they don't look at it like that. They're focused solely. Some of them focus solely on what the man is financially bringing to the table, while not even looking in the mirror and saying like, hold on, like nobody's perfect. I'm pretty sure, okay, if I don't have the right amount of money, but I do these other 9 out of 10 things great, you don't do all 10 things great. You know what I'm saying? Your fucking lasagna isn't that delicious. Like, you gotta be realistic. Like, you gotta be realistic about this shit. And they don't look at themselves enough. And if like the thing I can say about my grandparents and my parents and my aunts and uncles, like I got aunts and uncles that have been married for 40, 50 years. And we always got people in the family looking at like, damn, I can't believe they still married because we're gonna see everything they've been through. We don't have that with the younger generation. Because soon as this shit hit the fan, niggas is out, it's PFAs, you gotta fight their brother, they wanna fight your mom. Like that's just what it is. It's child support, all that.
All right. I wanna tell y'all this was a dope pod. When I had this topic in my head, I did not see us having such a thorough conversation. And it was good because everybody brought different perspectives to the situation, because I think we all kind of look at it from different aspects. But this was a great conversation. At this point, starting with Big Exclusive and making a round robin, we're going to get everybody's last thoughts on the topic. Big Exclusive, your last thoughts.
Man, fuck these bitches.
Oh,
Jesus.
So, yo, Ron, is it not 2 weeks in a row?
Hey!
Ron, you learned it from you, Ron.
Joe, Ron, I'm not kicking y'all off yet. I just want your last thoughts on the topic. Joe, what you got to say? Last thoughts on the topic.
Yeah, with Shorty's situation, it's basically you have to understand what men want. If you just come into the table just trying to be on some, this is what I mean, a man just gonna come along and do with this, you need to understand what the man wants in order for, to get what you need, and understand that you need to heal and you need to learn things about yourself before you want to come to the table with somebody else.
That's good. What about you, Ron?
Ruff, the chick that was talking about the $50,000, like, first of all, she wasn't that good looking.
Did you see that little bikini pic on the side?
Oh yeah, she was built like Baby Bop. Like I didn't.
That
You
shit
look
was
like
I
you
neat.
wasn't
look
feeling.
like Miss Piggy.
Duh. And again, when you asking for niggas to have certain things, like I start looking at other things. You know what I'm saying? But I don't. I've never looked at a woman for the amount of money she brings. I think a lot of, again, like a lot of these topics, it's more about the younger people. And the girl with the 7 kids. I wish her well.
Okay. No. Brother Charles, you first. Your last
All
thoughts on
right.
the topic.
All right. As for the 50K, I agree with what Auntie said. Date your wage. You know the phrase
Yeah.
act your wage, right? Act your wage. You could date with 50K. You have to date within that, and that's perfectly fine. There's some things you're gonna be able to do, and some things you're not gonna be able to do without proper budgeting. Perfectly fine. As for the woman with 7 kids, just be realistic. That's really what it comes down to. You gotta be realistic. Before you have this long list of demands that you feel entitled to, be realistic about what can actually work and what you're willing to do to accommodate somebody who's going to be willing to work with you.
I appreciate that, and thank you for checking in. I seen you in the comments maybe like the last couple weeks. I appreciate you checking in. Feel free to call in, whatever. I love your perspective on the topic.
Appreciate you, man.
All right, appreciate it, good brother. Have a good one. Auntie Sugar, your last thoughts on the topic.
Well, after I done partially windmilled and monkey pawed, and obviously I pissed my date off, even though he ain't officially allowed me to ask him out.
I think he's scared, Auntie Sugar.
Okay, all right. Listen.
The fat Faison liar.
Oh, wait, that's a fat face I lie. $50,000 is not enough money.
Oh shit!
Damn.
For an extravagant, fancy dinner, but if you go to the right place at the right time, yes, you can afford it. You know,
And you know
as I
what?
said
I
before,
really like the fact that you brought that up, Auntie.
Yeah, I mean, date your age. Listen, it's oh my goodness, you can listen. They got restaurant week. Y'all got to make it. You got to what they used to call it stretch. Wait a minute, there was a commercial. Stretch those bills with Foreman Mills, right? You got to make
Whoa,
your dollar
Auntie,
work
man, you're
for
going
you.
too far.
Okay. What I'm
I'm
saying
not
is
wearing Foreman Mills
you
as
got to
it
make
out.
your dollar work for you.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. You got to make your dollars work for you. You got to really be creative. Get out there, find out what that person likes, find out what you like, and stretch your dollars. Make it work for you. Be creative. You know, find a good option for dating on a budget. It can happen. As far as the lady with the 7 children, you know, the die was cast, the choice was made. My advice to her: focus on those kids first. Dating uh, should be really right now not in your focus. Growing up, they used to say that men come like the bus every 15 minutes, and I think they say that about women too. Women come every 15 minutes. Like, really buckle down and focus on your family, on your kids.
I don't know why y'all saying that about men, because we are outnumbered by y'all 2-1.
Right,
Actually,
women.
it's closer to like 3-1.
It
Y'all
is
the
3-1.
buses.
It is. It is. I did the statistics on it. Women outnumber men 3-1, especially in the Black community. And then not only that, but I've also told Black men on my show, y'all are being hunted. Y'all being hunted by women of all different calibers, of all different cultures, of all different races.
Hunt me, please.
Black men have options. That Black men have options. White women want you. Black women want you. Women
Where
from
the
different
white women
cultures
at?
want you. Yeah, they want you. They want you. Asian women want you. Y'all are wanted. Spanish women want you. They are throwing it at you. Yeah, they throwing it at you. So
Auntie
yeah.
Sugar, I definitely thank you for coming on.
I appreciate it.
That you defended the women, and you was very violent and petty on your show last night. I was taken back.
Thank you. I tried a little something different.
All right, but check out Auntie Sugar show, Sweet Talk with Auntie Sugar, Wednesdays, I believe 7:00.
Wednesdays at 8 p.m.
Oh, I was on Pacific time.
Yeah.
But
I live stream.
But thank you for tuning in, Auntie Sugar.
Thank you.
All righty.
Thank you.
Man, fuck that. I wanted Auntie Sugar to get off the screen so I can say what I gotta say. Fuck you, you fat bitch. Talking about niggas gotta make more than 50,000. Yes, I'm coming with the
$50 and tell you to feed us some fucking
yo,
Twinkies.
yo, I'm an upper earner. When I come through, I'm looking at the spot and I'm looking at chicks. You getting passed. I'm looking past you. You not in. She not in. And first of all, listen, 33 with your 7 kids. I don't want that either. You think me and Jay King coming in a spot looking for you? As soon as we start talking and you say you got 7 kids, I'm gonna ask you if you for real.
Right. That just sound crazy.
I'm gonna ask you if you for real. 7 kids, bitch, you got your own field trip. No, I'm good. You
need
gotta
to
be driving around, and you can't drive anything less than a minivan. No.
Oh yeah, you already know.
Dog, I should not come to work.
Soccer mom vibes.
Dog, she really got a summer league team at her crib waiting.
You ain't getting no privacy, nothing.
She wants a ball player. What ball player caring about some chick with 7 kids? Shorty, you smoked out already. You done. You think what's his name? That Cordrea with a Cordrea? She had 7 kids with her.
Probably still. Boy, he green. So yeah.
Joe, work with me. God damn. But payments. Ain't no shorty with no 7 kids getting no ball player. Fat light-skinned shorty that said dudes gotta be making over 50K. She's not getting a ball player either.
Crazy thing is, shorty from Atlanta. She already knows she bottom of the barrel. She from Atlanta.
She lucky if she find a straight dude in Atlanta. What's she talking about?
Right, yeah.
What's she talking about?
Gotta be realistic, man.
Deandra, what am I wrong about? She is not the ball player type that they be going for.
Nope.
I was being a little cordial because Auntie Sugar was on the line, and you know I'm respectful.
Man, the chick that was asking for 50 grand was built like she had 7 kids.
What'd you say?
Facts.
The chick that said niggas can't make 50 grand was built like she had 7 kids. I know what it looked like.
You know what? If I had to guess, I would have definitely guessed that she had 7 kids. My sister is a friend that's married to a big name football player, and she has 5 kids. What's your sister look like? Are you talking about
Faison liar?
Player, you know Google is a motherfucker.
Florida football player?
Wait. When you say big name football player, because I actually watch football, who are you talking about that's big name? Was he in the last Pro Bowl? But
who's the big name football player? So we can Google.
Right.
Yeah.
I want to know if he got kids too.
He plays ball. Just know that. No. Don't say stuff like that.
He play ball at LA
Fitness. Follow up. But she's definitely capping. Which sister is it? Is it the sister that currently wrestles? Because that's actually also.
She got a sister that wrestles?
Yeah, she got a sister that wrestles.
She like WWE wrestle, or she like in the indies?
She's active in wrestles. All right, Deandra, can we talk in the inbox about this later? Because I'm very curious, and I'm calling Kat. Were they friends prior to them dating? You see it?
You just said it was your sister. Come on.
All right. Come on you know what? I had about enough of Deandra for the night. I can't wait for your show to come back, if it really comes back, because I don't believe it's coming back the way Angry OG be talking. But whoa.
Yeah, I think
what's happening?
Where'd that come from?
Going on?
Where did that come from?
Did her account get hacked?
Right.
But no,
fellas, definitely. I did not expect that.
A baseball player.
It was just a big name football player. Can you
just go? Just go ahead, bro.
Yeah, like
bro.
She's been burning me out.
She trolling.
Go to sleep.
But no, fellas, I definitely didn't expect the topic to go as far as it did. I thought it was going to be like I didn't expect people to jump in on this topic either. She gonna say, "Look it up."
Bro, just go ahead.
I don't even know who we talking
about. Go ahead, bro.
No, she pissing me off.
That's what
but
you
no,
do.
It was definitely a good pod. I appreciate y'all checking in with me. Like I said, when I told y'all last week at Dime event, I wanted y'all on a podcast. This is what I had in mind. I just didn't expect it to go this way. But before we get out of here, let's put the spotlight on these two gentlemen. Let's put the spotlight on these two gentlemen. All right, so Jay King, Mr. Playwave. You know, that shirt that you got on was probably my favorite Playwave shirt out of everything you produced. The way it looked like The Godfather, I've always appreciated that. But Jay King, what you got going on right now?
So right now, I'm gonna do another live. I'm calling it the 18th hour because I'm gonna do it every month on the 18th.
Okay.
I'm gonna live fuck with that shit. I just, talk, as Ant would say, unhinged. So I'm gonna do that once every month. The topic I'm gonna talk about is the Joe Buttons and his man was going back and forth about the chick that he was dealing with. So I'm talking about dirty macking. If y'all know what dirty macking is, that's what I'm gonna touch on, and I'm gonna touch up about communication between homies and how we need to have clear communication. So that's what I'm gonna talk about on the 18th, 7 o'clock on. It's gonna be live on Instagram and Playwave TV on my YouTube channel. So
wait, that's this weekend.
This Monday.
This Monday. Oh, you doing it
the 18th? Yeah, I'm doing one every. I did one on my birthday on the 18th, February 18th. So I'm gonna do one once every month on the 18th. So that's why I'm gonna call it the 18th hour, because it's the 18th at 6 p.m. the 18th hour every month. So yeah.
All right, just make sure it's over at 7 o'clock, because 7 o'clock every Monday we got Melanated Vibrations with Dom Godwin and
Shout out to Dom.
Only on the Big Exclusive Network. But no, that's fire that you're gonna do that every 18th, because I mean, I have not seen that Joe in a very long time. It was
he was going off.
it was a good joint. Auntie Sugar, dirty macking is your man ain't me. Like, I see you got that guy. Auntie Sugar, you're a bit older. Ralph Trevin on Sensitivity, when he was saying that your man can't do this, that, and the third, I would be better than, it's that. Basically, another man telling you what your man not doing and how he could do it better for you.
Mario.
Right, Mario.
Yeah. I mean, we can make an episode about dirty making songs if you like.
Ooh, that'd be fire.
All right, I'm gonna put that. I'm gonna write that one down for another episode. But dirty making songs, let's have a best of dirty making songs episode. But Ryan, what you got going on right now?
Same thing every week. We just did an episode. We just recorded. Our episode is dropping this Tuesday.
Okay.
Safe Space for Men. I'm doing the edits. Well, finishing the edits. I'll finish them tonight. And I had that ready to go. But other than that, just podcasting, man, doing it every week. Taking care of my 5 kids. That's it. That's
you
about
get 2
it.
more, ain't nobody gonna deal with you.
Man.
No, Brian, honestly, I can't wait for that episode to drop just to be able to watch it, because the conversation that we had that day was fire.
Yeah.
And I kind of wanted to be like, yo, let's start taking shots. I'm glad we didn't, because we probably would not have been coherent for that. But we
wouldn't have made Dom John.
Right. Made Dom John, but it was definitely a fire episode, and it was very great conversation. And we did not all agree with each other.
At all.
And that's what I really liked about it. But
it was good.
Thank y'all for checking in tonight. Once again, thank you, brothers, for always giving me your time, coming up here. Always appreciate it. God bless and good night.
What